Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In our last video, we hiked our way throughout the entire battle area. Well, apart from where the survival area is. And we also went to the Snow Point Temple to capture Regigigas. And now we're here in Stark Mountain, and in an attempt to catch up with Buck and Barry and continue on with our adventure. Yeah, I'm just going through and collecting up all the items that I can. And as we continue on with looking around, remember as always to share your support for the channel by hitting that like button, commenting, and subscribing. Yeah, I remembered to use a repel that time before I got too into it. Oh, and there's Barry. Yeah, we're going to be using a lot of hidden moves in this section. All right, here's a full restore. Hey Barry, what is it? Darn it! What was that all about? Oh, hey Multi-Griffin. That Buck guy wiped the floor with us. Oh man, there are always tough trainers around everywhere, but you know what? Losing means I have room to become even tougher. That's why there's the battle tower in the battle zone. Yeah, even though you don't get experience points from there, but still. Hey, Multi-Griffin, right? Your buddy challenged me to a battle earlier. Yeah, I owed the little dude. Made sure he was taught a lesson. But I don't know if I could beat him again next time. Seriously, you're bound to run into some skilled trainers wherever you go. Anyway, I found out about this place, but the Pokemon here are tough. What do you say we team up and go together? Alright, looks like we're teaming up with Buck this time. Yeah, I want to make sure I get through here without running into any unnecessary trainer battles. If I can help it. Alright, I think we gotta go up this way to get over there. Over to where that little divot that we just passed is at. Alright, Black Belt Jarrett and Dragon Tamer Drake. Alright, and Buck has a Claydol on him. Yeah, well, here's hoping that he'll be able to pull his weight as we take on these guys. Really? Cosmic power? Well, I suppose adding a bit more defense power is considered a good strategy. And the champ must have no guard if it was able to land a dynamic punch like that on us. Okay, and Buck's helping us out with taking down Seadra, even though Machamp poses the biggest threat. Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah, Machamp must have the must have no guard in order to pull off something like that. Fortunately for us, Empoleon's not our only powerhouse here. Alright, now we're just down to taking down Machamp. Yeah, and I doubled back to the routes outside of Stark Mountain to get those items, but all they were a piece of charcoal and a bottle of zinc, I think. Or am I mixing that up with another item? Okay, yeah, this is where we need to go. Yeah, there's the deepest part of Stark Mountain. There we go! There's the exit! My instincts tell me that the volcano's treasure is just ahead of us. You might be the toughest there is, besides me. See you around, Multi-Griffin! Yeah, don't count us out just yet, Buck. Check this out, Multi-Griffin. This is the Magma Stone, the treasure of Stark Mountain. Since I found it, that makes me the greatest trainer out there, out of everyone. Thanks, you all helped it happen. Oof. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Whoa, wow. That was wicked. The volcano's in shock from that. It might be so shocked it'll erupt. Nah, that can't happen. See ya, Multi-Griffin. Say hi to that zippity trainer, buddy. And there goes Buck again. Yeah, I think we better go and check in with Buck. No doubt he's going to be over at the survival area. Yeah, and outside of recording, I figured out what I did wrong with when I went to go and try and track down Rotom. Apparently, it does appear at the Battle Chateau on Tuesdays, but only after 8 p.m. All right, and before I do continue onward, I need to get some more escape ropes. All right, that might be a bit more than I'll need, but better to have an excess of something and not need it, and than need it and not have it. Yeah, now we just have to... Now we gotta head through this way, through Route 225. And it looks like trainer battles here aren't going to be as easy to avoid as they have been in previous routes. Like at that intersection we were just at, no doubt we're going to have to face at least one of these two double battles. Or at least one of two double battles, I should say. Yeah, unless I can time it just right so that the Pokemon Ranger there looks away as I pass through. Alright, and the Psychic Girl here starting off with the Slowpoke. Alright, let's start things off with a Drill Peck. Alright, that's Slowpoke down. Just one more to go. Alright, a Slowbro. Yeah, this is a no-brainer for us. I'm going with Luxray. Alright, and down goes Slowbro. Whoop. Okay, just wait for it. Wait for it. Why aren't you moving? There. Alright, now so now the only trainer we have to battle is this Bird Keeper. And I just realized I forgot to cure Empoleon's sleep status. Yeah, amazing that Empoleon can sleep while standing up like that. Or that any Pokemon can sleep while standing up. Do Ice Beam. Alright, down goes Farfetch'd. Next up is Swellow. I think this time I'll go with Gardevoir. And Swellow's a lot faster than Gardevoir is. But at least it gave us an early lead with Brave Bird right there. And the recoil damage and all. But yeah, before I end this video, I'm going to at least make the attempt to go and catch a Rotom at the battle at the old chateau, since I am still doing a recording on Tuesday. I don't need Spearow. Hang on. Max Repel. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, avoided that Ace Trainer right there. Yeah, I just changed over to nighttime. Whoop, and I didn't notice this age trainer here. Deanna, I think that's her name. Or how you pronounce it, anyhow. Alright, Tropius. Yeah, better stick with Empoleon. One last Ice Beam should do the trick. Alright, is there anything up here? No, but there is a Dragon Tamer, but as well as an item. So I'll go ahead and try to... So once I've taken down Jeffrey here, I'll go ahead and nab up that item. Yeah, we're closing in on the survival area. Yeah, once again, I'm sticking with Empoleon. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, Downstone. Yeah, if I have a male Ralts, or a female Snorunt, I can use it on them to make them evolve. Now I'll go and track down Buck and see about getting him to take the Magma Stone back. Oh, there he is. You say the Magma Stone was found? Does that mean the legend was true? If so, the Pokemon of the volcano may awaken and cause an eruption. Gotcha, Gramps. I'll put the Magma Stone back. That Magma Stone was keeping the Pokemon of the volcano under control. It's alright, though. I can go put it back myself. Yeah, we better go after him. But first, since now it's nighttime, I can head on back to Heatran City to go and take on the old chateau, and hopefully get myself a Rotom. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, no creepy old man there. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that this place isn't any less spooky. Yeah, save the game, and I'll thump the TV set. Oh, guys. Not, or maybe not. Yeah, there we go. Alright, Rotom is, as you can see, Rotom is very weak at level 15. Oh, damn it. That was a critical throw, too. Alright, let's... Alright, let's go for a Dusk Ball this time. Because I'm not going to attack Rotom and, with all my high-level Pokemon. Of course, maybe I could use Gardevoir's Hypnosis. I think I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, there we go. Now let's use Hypnosis. And now Rotom's asleep. One, two, three. Got it. Yeah, that wasn't too difficult. Yeah. Oh yeah, and if in these games, when you battle Rotom and successfully catch it, you'll get the secret key, which is gonna be important for if we want to change Rotom's form. And there's a special location that you need to go to in order to do so. I'll do that one. I'll go ahead and show you guys right before we head over and check in with Buck at Stark Mountain. Yeah, we just have to go into the Eterna building. Yeah, and this opens up a secret room. Yeah, and here are the appliances that we need in order to change Rotom's form. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, and depending on which machine Rotom enters, it'll learn a different move. So, like for this microwave oven, it'll turn into a Heat Rotom and learn Overheat. Oh, hey, Professor Rowan! Ah, imagine finding you here! You must be eager to fill your Pokédex to be searching even here. What am I doing? I visit a professor I know in Eterna every so often. Yeah, Professor Oak. He tells me intriguing rumors of rare Pokemon sightings and such. A Pokemon that slips into electric appliances, you say? That is somewhat off from what I've heard about. this is what I've heard. Long ago, there was a Pokemon that merged with a toy robot. Should that Pokemon be recognized as a new species or not? Debates over the issue were about to start when they were rendered moot. The very topic of discussion, the Pokemon-infused robot disappeared. Okay, and alright, and all we have to do is interact with each of these appliances and we'll add them to the Rotom catalog. Ooh, was that a reference to Karen? Or Charon? Oh, and Rotom turned into each of the forms as I was interacting with them. Well, now we've got Rotom, so now we can go and check in with Buck. Yeah, it'll be faster for me if I go to the resort area instead of battling through the side area of the mountain there. Alright. Yeah, once again, I'm gonna have to... I want to avoid all unnecessary trainer battles. And as soon as I get closer to Stark Mountain, I'm gonna use a Max Repel, and which should help me out with getting up the mountain a bit faster. And as soon as I say that, I immediately get jumped by a Fearow. Yeah, there we go. Max Repel. Oop. And just as I wanted to avoid a trainer battle, I wind up getting into one. Well, at least Saul here only has one Tauros, which does make it a little less annoying for us. Yeah, especially when we can just one-shot his Tauros. Yeah, lucky for me, I battled all these other guys here. Yeah, and you can bet that the Pokemon of the volcano is going to be a Heatran. Yeah, it'll be... Yeah, it might be a little faster if I just foot it from here. Now I just have to remember the route I took. Hey, Multi-Griffin, are you still raising your Pokemon? Me? You need to ask? Of course I am. They're my partners. I'm going to rule the battle tower with them. I'll prove how strong we've become and totally shock the guy there. Yeah, I look forward to hearing about that, Barry, but we're not going to be focusing on the battle tower in this playthrough. Because no doubt I'll be ending this Let's Play series with the encounter with Heatran. Yeah, I know I can probably go through there with where the two ace trainers are, but I don't have the kind of patience to deal with them, so I'm just gonna do it this way. And there's Heatran. I'll go ahead and save my progress here. Gobo, Gwobobobo. Yeah, that was my impression of Heatran's Pokemon cry. Alright, and Heatran here is level 70, so it's a fire and steel type, so it's not going to be easy to defeat. Especially not when it has a move like Earth Power at its disposal. Yeah, there we go. Now Heatran's in HP is in the red. I'll go ahead and switch over to Gardevoir. And with Trace, I at least have some coverage from Heatran's fire-type moves. Yeah, just like that. Okay, and apparently Heatran sleeps with its eyes open. Oop, don't want to do that. So now let's start chucking Pokeballs. I'm starting off with the Dusk Ball. Ooh, almost had it that time. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, this is the problem that I had when I was trying to catch Regirock and Registeel. They woke up after only one turn and after I only chucked one Pokeball at them. One, two. Okay, at least Heatran's now starting to stay asleep. Alright, let's give a Timer Ball a try. Thank you, Trace. Yeah, at least now we don't have to worry about Heat Wave or Magma Storm. The only moves we'll have to worry about is Earth Power. But so far, Heatran hasn't used that against Gardevoir. Oh, I guess Heatran doesn't have Magma Storm. Its only usable moves are Heat Wave, Stone Edge, Earth Power, and Metal Sound. Which means I've really got to hunker down and focus here. Yeah, if I can just get a critical throw there, I can move this along a bit quicker. One. Yeah, at least Heatran's staying asleep this time. Oh, there we go, a critical throw. One. Yes, got it! Whew! That was really tough right there. Yeah, I honestly think they could have put a bit more effort into designing Heatran's Mega for Legend ZA. Huh, but where's Buck? I thought for sure that they would have returned be here to return the Magma Stone. Whoop. Yeah, I didn't want to use the Max Repel right there. Let's go and check in with Buck and his grandpa right there. Heatran? So there really was such a Pokemon? Did it come to be when Sinnoh was created? Who knows? Well, all I know is that we've basically completed basically every part of this story, and in both the main game and the post game. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here for today's video. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and remember, as always, to show your support for the channel by hitting that like button, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, peace out.